All the Royal Challengers Bangalore fans. Former England coach Andy Flower, he has been named as the new head coach of Royal Challengers Bangalore following the IPL franchise's decision not to renew the contracts of Mike Hesson and Sanjay Bangar. Flower, who guided England to Ashes success in 2010, 2011 and the T20 World Cup in 2010, has been associated with several T20 franchises across the globe and was most recently in charge of Lucknow Super Giants in the IPL, with the team making the playoffs in both seasons. The ex-Zimbabwe batsman's challenge now is to lead a franchise that has never won the IPL trophy till now, and one that has often been dogged by poor bowling and batting decisions. Under New Zealander Hesson and former India all-rounder Bangar, RCB made the IPL playoffs for 3 years in a row, and this year they failed to do so after some good performances which prompted the management to rope in Flower. They are trying everything, gentlemen. They are trying everything. They are tired. Last year's campaign was Isala Cup Namde. People made fun of it. There were memes that were created. RCB fans did not know what to do, but here we are. They're trying everything. Jamie, though, the pedigree, he's got the pedigree, plenty of international and franchise experience. It's a good choice for RCB.
Just before I give my answer, you've got the two best people here to discuss RCB. I know you're starting with me, but please let Chetan answer this question as well. Give him the same opportunity. You mentioned that whole series of memes. I think I made up one. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I changed it to "E Sala Cup ko ka naam debe," because it works around the same thing, right? It does not matter who these guys get. Something in the water in Bangalore, Maya, does not suit this. And look, okay. I mean, just getting serious. Yes. Andy Flower comes with 12 years of coaching in the ECB setup, won Ashes, won the first global title any England team ever won was 2010. Andy Flower was at the helm, right? Now, since he's moved on from 2018-19, I believe he moved on from England, he's become a top name on the global T20 franchise. So from that aspect, absolutely. If you want to go back even for Zimbabwe, you think of Zimbabwe cricket and the name Andy Flower stands tall because of what he achieved. But he's coming to a place which just seems cursed. If I can give the baseball analogy, the Boston Red Sox were cursed for 80 odd years. Finally, they won, and not without coincidence, they won the World Series in the year that I moved to that town for 2 years, just to add. Then the Chicago White Sox didn't win it for 100 years. RCB have only been around for 16 years, but it seems like they've also got some kind of jinx. And it goes back to, and I'm sure Chetan is going to back me up 100% on this, it goes back to on-field calls or toss calls and dressing room calls, but also auction calls, right? Virat Kohli was the captain for 10 years. You're telling me Virat Kohli did not have a say in whatever paddles were raised and picked? Absolutely. Why have they always got muddled bowling selection? Why have they gone after some strange overseas bowlers? And why have they picked some really poor batsmen? Kedar Jadhav was yanked out of the Jio Cinema Marathi commentary box this year because they didn't have a batsman. You're telling me? I wish Andy Flower and whoever he brings in all the best luck. I have no faith. Over to my good friend Chetan.
But this is true, Chetan, that it's the auction where they failed, and it's also this constant dependence on their top three, or at least their two international players and one Virat Kohli. Be it AB de Villiers, Chris Gayle, Maxwell, Faf du Plessis, Indian players, Indian batters especially. I mean, who were the batters last time around? I'm just thinking about it. There was Maipal Lomror, there was Suyash Prabhudesai. I mean, there's nobody else who did any scoring other than Virat Kohli, Faf du Plessis and Glenn Maxwell, which was their biggest problem last year. And of course, this has been a problem for some time. So it's not just what they do on the field, but in the during the auction as well, where they've mostly gone wrong.
Oh, they do go wrong during the auction. And the problem there is, Andy Flower, you can bring Andy Flower, you can bring Ricky Ponting, you can bring Kumar Sangakkara, you can bring all of them together. I mean, are you telling me Mike Hesson and Sanjay Bangar are not good enough? They are two of the sharpest brains in cricket I have ever spoken to. Mike Hesson, oh my God, he is, for somebody who's not played too much cricket and who's who has more coaching stripes than, playing stripes. Oh my God. Sanjay Bangar, the kind of credit he has in terms of raising India's batting levels, and he has a very, very sharp brain as well. So are you telling me those two guys were not good enough? And you're bringing Andy Flower? Andy Flower is magnificent. There's no doubt about that. But the point is, how much power and control do they have in exerting in terms of team selection, in terms of building a squad, in terms of putting their foot down and saying, listen, I don't want to be dependent just on Faf, Glenn Maxwell and Virat.
Yeah.
I want an army of Indian names scoring runs and taking wickets for me. Because you look at CSK, you look at Mumbai Indians, they don't win IPL trophies because they are dependent on a Glenn Maxwell or an AB de Villiers, on a Virat Kohli, on a Chris Gayle. No, they have an array of Tilak Varmas and Ishan Kishans and young Indian batsmen. I mean, look at CSK, Ruturaj Gaikwad. These are young Indian names. The last non-Virat Kohli Indian name to score more than 400 runs was KL Rahul, and he left in 2016. It's been 7 years since. Has any Indian batsman has scored more than 400 runs for RCB in the last 7 years, apart from Virat Kohli? No. There's your answer. So it's a multiple, it's a multiple level thing. 45 minutes is too short a time to tell what is wrong with RCB.
The fact, here's the thing.
It might take longer than 80 years the way they are going.